Well, good afternoon, good morning, or good evening. Any of the above will do. Well, welcome to Jammy's stream. So, we will be racing today on Suzuka, the wonderful race circuit in Japan. A national circuit, I believe. And today it will be a one-make race with the Fittipaldi EF7. So while we look through the drivers, we'll start off in number 1. So classic livery by Mangino. A little bit of a wobble, but he's okay. It looks like we're due to start any minute now. So it looks like we're just about to start. So call it perfect timing, maybe, maybe not. However, here's Mr. Kimaru, excellent racer that he is. He will be starting in 3rd position. A bit of a heck of a wobble there. That's what comes of pushing it too hard in his old style Leonia delivery. We have Mickey in 4th place, no 5th. I'm not quite sure about this fellow. Hopefully he's going to be racing a good race. Nagano Classic 963 in 6th. All good. 7th we have Craig P. So that should be a real good race, I think. Pretty sure. So we're just about ready for the final. Oh, excuse me. So it's Fittipaldi and on Suzuka. So are we ready? Mangino is in pole position. So are we ready to go? 30 minutes and we are waiting for the lights to go out, and we're off. Fantastic start by Mum, fantastic start. He is off like a shot. Well, Mangino in 1st position, no problems there. Nightmare closely followed behind and is ready to attack almost immediately. So as we go round of the first of the S's, or second, and we keep on going through the S's. Okay, very good, very good. And down that corner, excellent. So all is well at the moment. As we scan down the field, clearly Merck is under attack by Kim, who's literally right behind him, wanting to attack. Oh, and someone has gone off. It is Craig. Oh no, Craig. What a shame. You were about to take some good places there, but it seems he's gone straight to last. Oh, come on, Craig. Well, never mind. I'm sure there will be time to make up. So, not a problem there. There seems to be a bit of a gap between, who is it? Trout and Mickey, it seems. So, obviously, something's happened between those two. clearly a gap's been created. Boss is literally right on the edge. Yeah, so if we can have a look at Boss. What's K? His special classic JPS livery. Yes, he's so good at making those. If you ever want a JPS livery made, Boss K80 is your man. He will knock you up a JPS livery, no problem. Any requests, go straight to him, Boss K80. So, as we concentrate on the race, these guys behind, Trout in 6th, Mickey 7th, followed by closely by Boss, and Tarmo, who often is a little bit dangerous sometimes, but can be fast. He overtakes Boss, a little bit of a dodgy move, but he ends up taking him, so that's all good. Boss K, there's nothing you can do about it. Monroe is in 10th with the Oreo cookies. EF7, lovely. Just in case you're hungry and you need a snack. Oh, yummy. Craig is still trying his best to catch up. I'm sure he will do in time. It's just a matter of other cars making a few errors here or there. So give it a couple of laps and he'll be right on cue. So we have a look at number 1, and there is Mungino, and right at the back, just right behind him is Murkoff, who is a fantastic racer by himself. He really is. And yeah, he's just been rather ill quite lately, and Mung has gone a little bit wide in the sand, allowing Murkoff to pass. Oh, this is terrible. Mung has gone off into the grass. Oh dear, that could be the end of his victory. Oh no, that is absolute disaster for Mung. Oh no, he's lost so many places. Oh dear. Only on lap 3. Can he regain? I mean, he's got 25 minutes to go until he can finish the race. However, he has lost 5 places in that time. So this is going to be tricky. That's putting it lightly, I think. Okay, well, we'll go down the field. Tarmo Piala, or Tarmo for short, from Finland, in 7th. Boss K in 8th. Craig 9th. Well, clearly he's obviously made some time up here because of Monroe's seems to have an accident here, along with Trout, who's also caused a little bit of an issue right at the beginning of the race. Unfortunately, that's the way it goes sometimes. However, right at the start is Murkoff, numero uno, number 1. Good going, Merck. Followed by Kim, or Kamaru 75, whichever you prefer. Either way, he's in 2nd, so that's great. We have 3rd in with Ivano. That's fantastic. He's racing really on the edge today. That's actually very great to see. Followed very closely again by Mickey, who's also from Italy. Followed by Nightmare, who's 1 second behind in a classic JPS livery. I'm pretty sure that Boss K designed this livery, and yeah, it's a very good all-round design, I think. Black and gold, wonderful. However, in 6th position from first is Mangino. Unfortunately, he will have to work very, very hard to actually try and catch the other guys up, because they're clearly not going to wait for him. He's got around 5-second gap between him and Nightmare Racer, so it's going to be pretty tricky. However, we have Tarmo on 7th, Boss in 8th. And 9th we have Monroe in his beautiful Oreo cookies livery. Trout, who's in 10th, followed extremely closely by Craig, who goes for the overtake. However, he backs off very wisely, I think. High speed left. Very good. Oh, and Craig takes it. I thought Craig actually cut the corner then, but it seems he's okay. So good for him. Craig is just cruising. So hopefully he'll be okay. Looks like Monroe has just had a little bit of an error. So that's unfortunate by Monroe. However, up the front we see Merkhoff racing a great race. Very good racer. Loves his Thundercats. I think, quite frankly, that's a sign of the times. Thundercats. Thundercats, ho! So, that was back in the early 90s, I think. Late 80s, early 90s, I think. Anyway, that's enough about that. In 2nd, we have a long stream of cars, starting with Kimaro. Ivano in 3rd, fantastic, excellent driving from Ivano. 4th is Mickey, ready to overtake and on the attack, truly. That should be a fantastic battle to watch. 5th is Nightmare Racer, who's a very good and long-standing racer within the driver's room. So that should be excellent if he can actually overtake some of these guys. So let's hope he does that. Mangino is racing by himself at the moment, it seems. Bit of a shame, but that's the way it goes sometimes. And yeah, so he's in 6th position. The other guys, well, obviously Tarmo is by himself at the moment in no man's land. Boss, last of the or first of the last guys, in 8th position, and then we go to Trout, who follows 2 seconds behind, who's also got a 10th penalty. Obviously he's wearing them down. Craig seems to be sliding a lot. Clearly doesn't get on too well with this car, clearly. So that's a bit unfortunate, but then again he goes straight to last place again. Bit unfortunate from Craig there. Well, back to first. It seems Merck seems to not have a problem with this track or this car, as it happens. Kim driving a very good race. Ivano followed by Mickey and Nightmare are all on the attack. So that should be very fun to watch. So as we watch tomorrow, let's have a look at another view. Just hang on a second. We'll have a look at another view in a minute. So there is Kimaro, no problem. Ivano. Hopefully we'll be able to see a bit of action from perhaps this angle or maybe another. But you've got to be extremely careful along these S's, otherwise you may have an accident, and quite frankly with all the sand about, you just cannot afford to have any accidents or errors, otherwise you could well be sorry. Well, people seem to be taking it very carefully along here, which, to be honest, I can't really blame them, but it can lose you a bit of time. But either way, the tyres are fairly worn down, so you've got to watch what you're doing, really, to be honest. We have a look at Nicky in the same view, just behind Ivano, and he seems to be racing well, however just not catching Ivano up. So we will move straight to Nightmare, who's practically on the attack here, getting nudged out onto the grass, which was a bit naughty of Mickey, but you do need to watch your radar a bit more, Mickey, I think. Oh indeed. Anyway, have a look, and as for the tyres, he's on Racing Super Softs, which is, in these cars, great for the first couple of laps, but after that they get a little bit worn and difficult to drive, so it's a little bit tough. So I would suggest next time you just go on the softs. That's my advice. But all the screeching is just as we see, driver's perspective. And a little bit of sliding here. Tarmo unfortunately has left the building, so we won't be seeing Tarmo anymore in this race. The finish racer. So far so good. We have a look at Mickey, Ivano and Kamaru. Should be a very good you've got to be so careful with the tyres on this track. Well, Ivano stays out, which is quite frankly a brave move. He's now stays in first position with Nightmare, Kamaru and Murkoff in the pits, changing their tyres, no doubt. Well, we have Mickey in second, it shouldn't be a problem. However, there is a considerable gap between Ivano and Mickey. So, is it enough for Ivano to actually come in to the pits on this lap and stay out in front? I think not, but it's going to be a tough race all the same, because the more he ends up out on the track on this lap, the more time he's going to lose, because the tyres are worn and obviously not to their peak efficiency. So we will see. careful of those worn tyres. Clearly, we've got one heck of a wobble on. However, Ivano stays in front, which is good news, but he will have to, or will need to, pit eventually, and I strongly suggest that he actually comes out and pits on this lap, at the end of this lap. We will see indeed. Let's see if Ivano ends up pitting. Okay. The final chicane, around the corner and straight into the pit. Good call by Ivano, personally. I think that was an excellent call. Mickey, I would strongly suggest you do the same, which he does. Very good, and that leaves Murkoff in the lead. Excellent call. Well done, Merck. Followed by Kamaru in second place, who's only almost 2 seconds down. Could be tricky to catch up, but we know Kamaru is not a slow racer, so he could well do it. But let's see. Nightmare Racer, 3.5 seconds slower than Kamaru. He's racing a fairly good race. They're all on racing soft tyres now, or certainly Nightmare is. He's just got the fastest sector and is doing excellently. We will take a look at Mangino in now 4th position. So he's obviously making his time up and making his positions up as time goes along. So that's fantastic. Good for him. Because I really thought he could be well and truly out of the race, but he managed to rejoin in 6th position. So actually from 1st. So fortunately for him, he was actually okay, but he's had to do a lot of work to actually get to 4th. But will he catch a Nightmare Racer in 3rd? So, because he's less than a second away from Nightmare. So hopefully, and look at this pass, he goes into 3rd passes, Nightmare Racer. Edges into the podium position. Mangino knows how to do it. No problem. It's done. What a master. Well, the thing is, Mangino's also a bit of a master on livery design, which incidentally, this car he's driving, he also designed. So, yeah, if you need some any livery design, livery designer to the Masters is Mangino, so don't forget to contact him if you need a livery. GT Sport. As we look down, we have Nightmare Racer following them, of course. Ivano following Nightmare, who's having a pretty good race on the whole. He's he's in a pretty solid position, I would say. Following Mickey over 5 seconds, we have following I can't even get my words together. Following Ivano more than 5 seconds is Mickey. There you go. And along with Boss K, who's well half a lap behind, maybe. You know, who's quite a distance. So we have in 8th position following. We have, well, in no man's land pretty much, is Trout. I'm not really familiar with, but he seems to be in 8th position out of 10, so it's a little bit unfortunate, but you know, if you can, at least he's not last, right? So that's all good. We have Craig P in 9th position. Hello, Mr. Bigus. Pleased to meet you, sir. And this is Craig P. Yeah, he's doing quite well. Fortunately not last. A little bit wobbly and unstable with these cars, but then again, you can well be. As soon as it gets a little bit of wear on the tyres, these cars aren't as steady as they make out to be. Monroe again is in 10th position, or aka last, and is a long way off Craig's time, and certainly could well be lapped within this race. However, up front we have Murkoff, who's doing so well. Clearly he's racing a great race today. Well, I mean, Kamaru is just racing, but he's got a 4.1 second gap between himself and first. So it could be a while. However, we have Mangino, who's also gone crazy wide. I don't know quite what happened there. He's obviously lost his concentration somewhat and ended up going wide. I'm not sure about the penalty. Where's the penalty? There is no penalty. What happened there? I really don't know. Anyway, with Mung in 3rd, he's constantly got now he's got Nightmare Racer in 4th, right behind him, who takes a little bit of a slide, and which is not great, because it doesn't exactly save any time, and Ivano right behind him. So we should these 5, or these 4, 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th should be very competitive. We have Mickey, however, he's almost 6 seconds behind Ivano, and Boss again in no man's land, just racing his race. It's great. Trout, who's clearly again in no man's land. He's, you know, clearly there's nothing that he can do to improve his race or to lessen his position. Craig ends up going into the pits. So come on, Craig, get your tyres changed, and out you go. Strange little got a strange little strategy going on there with Monroe in 10th position. However, we have Murkoff approaching Monroe, so this should be very interesting, with the S's as well just ahead, so this should be very good indeed. And going super wide was Murkoff. Get on the track, Merck, you're losing too much time, and Kimaru is right behind him. He could even overtake Murkoff at this point, since the jersey tyres of Murkoff will not stand as much grip as the ones that Kimaru currently has on. So let's have a look at Kimaru. Oh dear, this could be tragic. Oh, a bit of a bump to the rear, that was crazy. However, he just keeps on racing. Did anyone get a penalty from it? I'm not quite sure. I don't think so at present. So nevertheless, Nobody was absolutely put off. Nobody was. No places were lost. No time was gained by either party. So onward with the race. It's all good. As we have a look back here, we have Nightmare Racer with Ivano in 4th position. Should be interesting, very good. Mangino in 5th now. He was in 3rd after then he made a mistake and ended up being 5th. Oh dear. Overtaking Monroe there in 10th position. Monroe giving out a bit of space so those guys can pass. Very good of him. However, Mangino is looking to pass, but clearly he's just not close enough. However, we'll have a look at Ivano, who's trying to catch his closest competitor, Nightmare Racer, who's just in front. Obviously not finding it too easy. The tyres are a little bit worn, but it shouldn't actually have too much of a problem. But tyres can be a big factor with these cars once they get worn. So, on to 2nd position, we have Camaro, who's clearly trying his best to catch Murkoff, but Murkoff is sneaking away. And with him sneaking away so much, obviously there's no slipstream. So, as it is, you can only go as fast as your car will take you. We have 53 seconds left of this race. I'm sure Camaro will literally just have enough fuel to do another lap. However, Murkoff has more than enough, absolutely more than enough. So that's fantastic, good for him. So these guys are on their last lap, final lap, so that's great. Camaro again. So these two guys, so it should be a lot of fun. However, we have Ivano in 3rd position, which is 3.3 seconds behind Kim. Nightmare in 4th, we have 1.5 seconds behind Ivano, and Mangino, he's had a few errors within this race. Personally, I put it down to tyre wear, and at the moment I feel he shouldn't have gone sort of racing soft, because this track absolutely destroyed the tyres on this car, absolutely 100% destroy them. So unfortunately all they can do is just try and catch Nightmare up, who's 3.5 seconds ahead. So good luck with him. Mickey has just finished the race. Boss obviously finished the race. We have Trout, who just goes across the line, and Craig in 9th, who's a while to go yet, with Monroe, who's already been lapped by the top 3, sorry. So we will see Murkoff in 1st position. What a great race by Murkoff, absolutely, what a great race. Camaro in 2nd position, who's doing a fantastic race here, but clearly it's just clearly not enough to become 1st. And there's Murkoff doing a victory weave in 1st position, so Murkoff is the winner, followed by Camaro 75 in 2nd position. We have Ivano in 3rd position, fantastic race by Ivano. I was expecting, well, not so many good things, but he's fantastically proved me wrong and ended up in third. So that's a great race by Ivano. Nightmare Racer in fourth in the JPS Black and Gold Classic livery. Clearly designed by our fellow Canadian racer, Boss K80. So that was a fantastic race. So victory goes to none other than Mirkov. Well done, Mirk. Congratulations. And that is a great race. Well, thank you for watching, guys. I appreciate your watching, and join me on my next live stream, which will be for the DRFS, the Festival of Speed Race. And thank you for watching, and I must go now, but I will be with you very, very soon. So thank you very much. Bye bye for now.